You and your family and all of your fellow Americans are now more than $21 trillion in debt. The U.S. passed that threshold last week, as we reported. Deirdre Bolton of the Fox Business Network tells us what all this means.
The U.S. government just hit a record, but not one with bragging rights. We are in debt, a lot of debt. The U.S. government spends much more than it takes in. During President Obama's tenure, the national debt nearly doubled. Democrats and Republicans agreed to government bailouts of numerous industries after the 2008 financial crisis. This past year, there were a dozen large-scale storms. Combined, the cost of responding and rebuilding was about $200 billion. While few citizens find fault with the reasoning, the money is still spent. Recently, President Trump asked for more money for defense, supporting the fight against ISIS and funding the Department of Veterans Affairs and other agencies. Some politicians say there is a limit to what the country can afford.
The greatest threat to our nation is we ourselves. It's our inability to deal with the fiscal issues that we as a nation have.
The Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coats, has said that Washington's lack of fiscal discipline undermines national security. President Trump is not worried about the national debt. Sources say he believes the American economy will grow and compensate for increased spending. In February, President Trump signed a law that suspends the debt ceiling, allowing the U.S. government to borrow as much as it needs to fund the activities approved by Congress until March of next year. Some economists say that the U.S. can increase its debt indefinitely, but then we would be in uncharted territory. Brett, back to you.
Deirdre, thank you.